So what's going on with Microsoft's data center spending?
Yeah, well, just to step back a bit, Microsoft has been one of the big technology companies that is investing the most in AI and AI data centers in particular. They've talked about spending $80 billion this year on data center capacity. So this note from TD Cowen really raised a lot of questions. They said that there's evidence, they did some channel checks, they said that there's evidence that Microsoft has been canceling leases at data centers, totaling a couple hundred megawatts of data. They also said that they're stopping something called SOQs, the Statement of Qualifications, which is sort of the step before leases. In other words, they're pulling back pretty dramatically from some of their data center commitments in the US, and they're reallocating some of the spending that they were planning on doing internationally into the US. And overall, the analysts asked the question of whether Microsoft is getting concerned about whether AI is going to live up to the hype, whether in fact companies like Microsoft are pulling back a bit because they have not seen the pickup in demand for data centers. Now, to be clear, Microsoft has not confirmed this. They haven't talked about these details. We got in touch with them and they said they still are planning on spending that $80 billion through the end of their fiscal year, which is coming up in June. They didn't talk about what they're doing after that, but they said they're definitely going to spend that amount now. So it does raise questions about where exactly Microsoft is spending this money, what it means, and what the long-term demand for AI is going to be.
Yeah, and this, Peter, I guess suggests a material slowdown in international leasing. What would be the repercussions for tech in general, but also beyond?
Well, we've seen these fears ricochet through the market pretty rapidly. Of course, there's hundreds of billions of dollars being spent on AI capacity right now. Microsoft is just one of the companies. Meta, Amazon, Alphabet. We saw OpenAI and Stargate talk about spending $500 billion on capacity. So these are huge amounts of money. That money is being spent at companies like NVIDIA in particular to buy their chips, to put them into data centers. There are real estate deals that are behind this. So there's a whole ecosystem, which has really been the biggest boom area of technology over the past few years. That's fueled the stock market boom, too, where you've seen NVIDIA race to a $3 trillion company. So if this spending starts to falter, if you start to see people begin to believe that AI demand is not going to live up to all this hype, maybe they don't need to spend hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe it's a bit less than that, that's going to take some air out of this bubble pretty quickly.